Hi everyone, Winn Claybaugh here. Welcome to our first Fireburner for our 2026 fundraising campaign. This is our 23rd year of fundraising, and I have a feeling that some of you weren't even born yet when we started all of this, but I could not be more proud of our legacy. In fact, our theme for this year's fundraising is Legacy of Giving, and everyone in our Palm Mitchell Schools family, past and present, from school owners, team members, and future professionals, all of you are an important part of that legacy. In the past 22 years, you have come up with creative ways to raise over $27 million for literally hundreds of local and national charities. And just let that resonate. 27 million. I don't know of any school organization on the planet that can boast that. So congratulations. These fire burners that we're shooting right now are one of the many ways we share ideas to celebrate victories and to recognize our schools for helping to make the world a better place. Now, before we go any further, I want to introduce you to my wonderful, amazing co-host. Of course, she's the first person that I reached out to knowing that we were going to shoot these every couple of weeks. And that is my very dear friend, Kathy Buckley. She is an award-winning actress, comedian, motivational speaker, best-selling author. She's the spokesperson for No Limits for Deaf Children, and as a longtime guest educator for the Andrew Gomez Dream Foundation. Kathy, and I've been there many, many times with her, sharing the stage, has visited probably all of our Palm Mitchell schools over the last several years to share her love, her humor, and her powerful message about overcoming adversity. Many of you know Kathy, and so you know why having her present today is just so important to me and valuable to our fundraising campaign. So Kathy, once again, thank you so much for saying yes to this.
Oh, thank you, Winn. I don't love anything more than my future professionals. So hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be here.
So Kathy, just share with us briefly, why is this campaign so important to you? Why is giving back such a big part of your life and who you are?
Um, as a person with a hearing loss, I had a tendency of being pushed aside by people for many years. And I realized that life is not about me. It's about what I can contribute. How do I give back to society? You know, we have communities that we live in, but a lot of time people are not connected. So when you give, you create a community where people know who you are. And not only that, when you give, it fills your heart up and you collect blessings from that. So giving is really important. And as you guys have been giving to us at No Limits, you don't understand all the nonprofits that you give to. It's not about the money. It's about the lives you're saving, the lives you're changing. And when you do change other people's lives, your life changes as well, all for the better.
Beautiful message. And again, I know that this is a big part of who you are. Oh, and by the way, Kathy, it is sort of about the money, because I know a lot of nonprofits. Of course, they all need more money because it's money that makes things happen. And so absolutely, we all have big hearts and we want to be there. But at the end of the day, yeah, raising funds is a big part of giving back. And so, Kathy, we're just so grateful to you for being a part of this. And everybody, as we're recording this Fireburner, we're just a few days into August, and our fundraising is off to an incredible start. So schools are reporting early success with three key activities. The first one is what we call our One events, which we're going to share a little bit more information about that. The second one is what we call Mevo Pay Giving. And then the third one is our first 100 contests. And so let's just start there. So Kathy, tell them about what's happening with our One events.
Several schools led one event as part of their launch party. If you haven't already held one event, it's not too late to add it to your calendar. We call it the one event because the goal is to raise $1,000 in just 1 hour. Everybody comes together to call, text, or email all their contacts, their friends, their families, hey, even people on the streets, and we invite them to be a part of our fundraising.
Can I just say, And I get it. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to ask people for money. But here's how I look at it is, first of all of us are salespeople. You know, you're going to ask people to buy a retail product from you. You're going to ask people to upgrade from just a haircut maybe to a color. So we're always in the business of selling more to people. And when we're comfortable to ask for money for causes that we're passionate about, just realize you're not asking for $1,000. You're asking for $1. And
it adds up.
well, and the good news is, in the history of raising $27 million, it's not because we got $1,000 donations. The average donation is $5, $10. And yet that has added up to over $27 million. And we've been doing one events for many years with schools, get this, consistently raising $3,000, $5,000. We've had schools that raised $10,000 and more in just 1 hour.
Paul Mitchell, the school Arkansas, raised $2,907, including $1,000 raised by a brand new course student on her third day of school. And Paul Mitchell, the school North Haven, raised $4,357 with their one event, bringing their current goal to $7,497.
It's amazing.
This is incredible.
It's incredible. And by the way, in the next couple of weeks, when we shoot this next Fireburner, we're going to give you a whole lot of other updates from schools that have just had incredible success with their one event. The second successful idea that I want to talk about is what we call Mevo Pay Giving. So this brand new opportunity is one of the easiest fundraisers you'll ever do. So once it's enabled, and again, talk to your school leaders about this, Mevo Pay Giving becomes a fully automated step in the checkout process. So when a clinic guest is checking out, a donation prompt appears on the payment terminal, inviting guests to contribute voluntarily. Even more exciting, Mevo Pay's acquiring bank is matching all contributions dollar for dollar through the end of 2026.
And the Paul Mitchell School in Tampa and Orlando reported that they have been implementing the Mevo best practices with great success. And Paul Mitchell, the school San Diego, set up three flat donation options, $1, $3, $4, making it easy for guests to participate. Every dollar, every penny adds up and making a difference in the lives of others.
You're right. And in our case, it's added up to $27 million without, again, huge donations. As of August 1st, this simple activity, Mevo Pay, has raised over $11,200, which means with the matching funds bringing the total of $22,500. So if your school is not taking advantage of this opportunity yet, it's not too late. You'll find everything you need to know about signing up for Mevo Pay Giving in the 2026 fundraising materials and on the hub.
And the third idea Winn mentioned earlier is the first 100 contest. I'm really excited about this one because I have had the privilege to share the stage with the first 100 winners since the year this contest began. And I always love meeting them. And the fundraising gala is like the best event ever.
The first 100 winners at the gala every year, they're my favorite because they all come onto the stage at once, and they're there on stage with the celebrities, and my gosh, the energy, they all look amazing. So you guys, the first 100 future professionals, team members, national educators, and Paul Mitchell graduates, our alumni, can also enter this, who raised $3,000 individually, will be our guests at the fundraising gala in Hollywood on Sunday evening, October the 18th, followed by a day of education on Monday, October the 19th.
Seriously, you do not want to miss this. We already have 25 confirmed first 100 winners, including 4 from Paul Mitchell School, Orlando, where they're keeping the contest front of mind with posters in every homeroom and joining their core classes, dean's list launches.
They've done a really good job, and so can your school. It's just tell everybody about it. This year's contest has a new twist now. So the first 100 winners who go on to raise a total of $5,000. So again, this is the first time we've done this, So another level, raise $5,000. The 20 who do that will receive an extra day. So you're going to stay over another night in Hollywood and have an extra day of education. Get this, at the brand new Paul Mitchell Academy in Santa Monica, California. So in addition to their first 100 award experience, which again includes the gala and the day of education, qualifying cosmetology, barbering, and hair program winners will enjoy the VIP experience plus a premium goodie bag and an extra hotel night. Now let's talk about our Deck Your Walls contest. So backed by popular demand, this is the 8th year that we've been doing this, challenging schools to submit photos of their beautiful fundraising walls and their thermometers for a chance to win a day of education with Kathy and I in your school. We will fly out to your school and spend the day.
I got to tell you guys, I have been traveling all over with the Paul Mitchell schools. And one of my best times is when I go in and I see the creativities on the walls, the thermos, like everything. Everybody has a theme. It's so exciting to see what people do. Paul Mitchell, the school, Greenville, added giving the hearts to the legacy of giving theme. After a kickoff party, future professionals created hearts with the name or initial of someone whose legacy inspired them, such as the parents, grandparents, or teacher, or someone they want to share their legacy with, the child, the spouse, etc. See the hearts post throughout the school, and everybody knows me personally. I love hearts. That's what we work out of. I love hearts and that. And so everyone, every day, why they give back. The kickoff party included 20 students to start the school that day and immediately introduce the beautiful Paul Mitchell, the school culture, which I happen to love.
I can imagine it. It's your first day of school and you're introduced to who we are, our culture, by being a part of all of this. And by the way, I love everything about our school in Greenville, and Kathy and I were just there. You know, the future professionals at Paul Mitchell School in St. George, Southern Utah, chose Barbie for their theme this year. And the excitement throughout the school has been absolutely amazing. They've already held a successful dad hair class, which I love. That's such a good idea. They partnered with Chipotle Restaurant for a fundraiser, and they held a Barbie styling competition where clients and community members voted for their favorite look through donations.
When you're decking your walls, well, I wish I could do it with you. Be sure to include fundraising calendar. Fill it with the great ideas and events. And Paul Mitchell School Tampa, their calendar is loaded with ideas from their teams and future professionals. For example, their Bloom Collection runway event was a great success. The local mall donated the stage. And the local businesses like Macy provided wardrobe for show that highlighted their school's pride and creativity. Their calendar also includes Spirit Week and dress down days, plus 2 upcoming classes offers their learning leaders, Ben, focus on creating hair flowers, macrame braiding, and for avant-garde, I don't even know how to say that, avant-garde styles.
Avant-garde. Avant-garde. I'm avant-garde.
And
I wish.
You know what? It's really sad when they put a deaf broad through this, but I'm loving it because I love my future professionals.
You guys, I think you're hearing a running theme here is that these schools are reaching out to their local businesses, their local community, which you always want to do. You're not in this alone. And when you contact the businesses in your area, trust me, they look forward to being able to say yes. They're all looking for ways. People have beautiful hearts. People are looking for opportunities to make a difference and give back. And so when you contact them, they're like, thank God somebody called us. Somebody wants us to support them in their efforts to raise money. So just think of the local businesses that you could reach out to and ask them to be a part of your fundraising campaign. So that the Deck Your Walls contest is open until Friday, August the 15th. And so you have till Friday, August the 15th. Take lots of pictures so your fundraising leaders can email them to Nancy@winnclaybaugh.com. And you'll find full details about this contest on the hub in the fundraising section.
Remember, you must submit pictures. all the photos of your fundraising wall and thermometer to be considered. And if you share the deck wall, your wall of photos for the fundraising event on social media, remember to add the campaign hashtag PMTS Gives 26. It's the easiest way to stay connected this year's campaign.
Perfect. Okay, so our goal this year is to raise $1.5 million. And even though we're just getting started, we have a lot of victories to celebrate. So Kathy, take it away.
At Promise of the School East Bay, future professional Viviana Cervantes raised $600 for Lisa Gibbons' Care per Connection by hosting a Pilates for Purpose. I thought that was brilliant. A class at a local Pilates studio. And Promise of the School, Farmington Hill, raised $220 at their fairy tale party. I live in a fairy tale all the time. They also raised $300 by selling beautiful pink t-shirts with their school logo. Be creative.
Wow, congratulations. So Palmer to the School NYC has a fun boat theme for this year's campaign. They call it Sail to Your Destiny, all aboard. And they've already raised over $4,300. In partnership with Miss City of New York, they hosted the In Her Power fashion show. Love that. A community event to benefit Children's Miracle Network hospitals and the Miss New York Scholarship Organization. Again, reaching out and involving their community. The school was featured in the local newspaper because of all of this. NYC future professionals have also raised funds through certification classes led by learning leader Christine Falco, a campus lemonade stand, and participation in a community family fun day where they provided face painting, balloon animals, and princess styles for families attending. So events like these offer, again, wonderful opportunities to lead with purpose, to serve your community, and to make a meaningful impact.
You know, you're right about the community because I remember when I was in New Jersey, the school, and they had a fashion show. I couldn't believe the excitement, the cheering, the people coming together. People want a reason to come together, and this is an opportunity to do so. Did you know at the Promise of the School Orlando, learning leader Krista Barrett has raised $664 by selling homemade empanadas. And she had another sale scheduled later this month. Recent campus events include dress down days, hot dog sales, and rock band t-shirt day, hosted by Zach, who not only is the first 100 winner, but recently qualified for the Dean's List. And I will see you at the gala, Zach.
You know, I love hearing about schools that form personal connections with their local charities. In fact, Palmer to the School Cincinnati, get this, they visited their local Ronald McDonald House to provide complimentary haircuts and manicures for the families who are staying there. If those of you who know about the beautiful work that Ronald McDonald House does, it was a wonderful opportunity for future professionals and learning leaders to give back to the community, learn more about Ronald McDonald House, and brighten someone's day and help families enjoy a moment of relaxation and self-care during such a difficult time for them. The Cincinnati school also raised $2,000 at a braid bar for attendees throughout the Kroger Queen City Championship, a premier stop on the LPGA Golf Tour. Future professionals and team members created fun, stylish braids while connecting with the community and showcasing their talent. Again, when you're reaching out to your community, you better believe that puts your school on the map. This is just not another business in town who's trying to take money from the community. You're a business. Your school makes a difference. You're contributors to your community. So please keep that going.
Promise of the School Toledo partnered with the Girl Scout of America by hosting a special beauty event where scouts enjoyed fun hair experiences while learning about the beauty industry. The event raised $250 in support of the Girl Scout, helping further their mission of empowering the next generation of leaders. The Toledo school also provided complimentary haircut and manicures during the community spa event and raised $300 for Compassion at Calvary, a ministry dedicated to serving individuals and families in the community. Future professionals use their skills to help guests feel refreshed and cared for while supporting incredible causes, demonstrating their commitment to giving back and making a difference in the community. You know, as a future professional, we always want to look our best. And sometimes some people forget to do that. And you give them that gift, and that gift gives self esteem, confidence, and they get to wear their hair as a crown and walk out like a queen or king.
I love that. And you can't tell me that those Girl Scouts who, I don't know what their ages are, what they're 11, 12, 13, maybe even younger. You can't tell me that they don't grow up remembering this experience. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to choose to be hairdressers themselves, but the fact that they're going to remember your school, they're going to remember their experience, how you made them feel. They're going to remember the Paul Mitchell name, and whatever they do in life, I can guarantee you this is a big, big memory that they're going to take with them. So congratulations, Toledo, for doing that. Before we share our tip of the week, I want to remind everyone to plan lots of events that do not tap into the pockets of your students and your team members. I mean, it's great that you're involving them, but be sure to include activities geared toward your local community where you're asking people outside of your school to contribute. And we've given you lots of ideas on how to do that, like some of the examples that we shared. It's wonderful to have casual for a cause days and bake sales and lunch events in your schools, but your calendar also needs to include classes, pet fashion shows, one events, the daddy do's classes, which we mentioned earlier. This is where you charge dads to come to your school with their daughters to teach them how to style the hair of their daughters. You guys, that one is one of my favorites. You have to do that because usually, styling the daughter's hair, that's a mom thing. And for the dad, and trust me, you should have seen me doing my daughter's hair. It sucked. It was the worst hairdo, but it was a wonderful experience that I got to have with my daughter. And so don't forget about other events that we do, like little royals parties that involves people coming to your school, fashion shows, cut-a-thons, barber battles are amazing. Do them. And other events that show the public that we're here to support and that we're here to contribute. Now, before we wrap things up, our tip of the week is a reminder about the Andrew Gomez online donation site. You guys, we spent years developing this, and it's wonderful. It's easy to use, and the donations are instantly credited to your school. So you don't have to keep track of the cash or checks or credit card information. The online donation site is also great for tracking your first 100 progress. Donors can select your school and then enter the name of the person that they want to support.
Winn, I noticed that this year fundraising posters and media talkers are having QR codes that goes directly to the fundraising website. Make sure you tell everyone that they can scan the code to access the donation link and learn more about the fundraising campaign, for they too can make a difference in the lives of others.
And while we're on the topic, I just want to remind everybody about Mevo Pay Giving. So remember, you can find detailed information about the online donation site and Mevo Pay Giving on the hub. Kathy, I just want to thank you again for helping us kick off this first Fireburner. You're at our gala every single year. Your contribution makes such a huge, huge impact. So, Kathy, you'd have a final message for our schools?
I just want to say thank you. You know that old saying, people don't remember what you tell them, but they do remember how they make you feel? Partners of the school, when I first got into the business, it was like, okay, hair, nail, all of that. That's great. But there's so much more. It's not a business. It's a family. So treat it as a family. You're not alone on the journey. Be creative. I remember Winn telling me, I can't remember what school it was, but they had topless car washing. And unfortunately, all they did, people piled in, but they just didn't wash the top of the car. But D is being creative, thinking outside the box. And believe me when I tell you, you make a difference. You make a difference in my school at No Limits for Deaf Children. Not only just the child, but the parents, the families, the teachers. You make a difference. Every dollar counts. You're not alone in this world. Please know that there'll be somebody there to help you as well. It all goes around in a circle, giving and receiving. May God bless you. Thank you for letting me love you. I'm so excited for this year's fundraising campaign.
Thanks, Kathy. You're the best. I love you.
Love
Okay, now everybody, please keep watching for some very special messages. I love you all.
Hey Paul Mitchell family, it's Dean Banowitz, Hollywood Hair Guy. And as the fundraiser starts, I just want you to keep in mind that every single penny you raise changes lives. I'm backstage at American Idol, and one of my favorite things to do is encourage everyone to just participate for the fundraiser, make a difference. Every single penny you raise literally changes people's lives. Keep up the good work, and I'm excited to see the results.